that tobacco smoke contains more than 7,000 chemical compounds and more than 50 of the chemicals are known to cause cancer? Today I'm going to talk about the risk of smoking and secondhand smoke and why everyone should cut back and then end up eventually quit. Many people take up smoking for a range of reasons. Young people are especially susceptible because of the pressure from their peers thinking it's cool and they mean that they're grown up. Other people say that smoking helps them feel more relaxed or be able to cope with stress, but nicotine is a stimulant, not a relaxant, so it could not possibly help with stress. Any and every time a smoker inhales tobacco smoke, these chemicals are drawn into their body where they interfere with cell functions and cause problems ranging from cell deaths to genetic disorders, which then lead to having cancer. Just trying a few cigarettes can be enough to be addicted. According to WebMD, it takes as little as 10 minutes for smoking to start causing damage. Tobacco companies are unregulated and are allowed to put anything they want into their products, and companies have lied about what ingredients they have put in as well as the amount of chemical they put into their product. I chose to talk about this topic because not only do I have a little girl and care about what goes in her body, but I used to smoke from the age of 17 until I found out I was pregnant. I did not realize how bad it was for me and other people around me, but my daughter's dad continues to smoke and I really would like him to stop for my daughter's sake and his health. Anytime someone smokes, some kind of tobacco part in the human body is affected by the chemicals, according to Quit Smoking 2012. Starting from the top, you're high risk for cancer of the mouth. Tobacco smoke can also cause gum disease, tooth decay, and horrible breath. And you see the pictures up there. The teeth will become yellow and unattractive. You might also get frequent headaches that will cause lack of oxygen, which then causes narrow blood vessels and then leading to the brain, which causes having a stroke. Moving on down to your chest. Smoke passes through the bronchi or the breathing tube, and that's, I don't know if you guys took anatomy, but where the bronchi is or the breathing tube. Hydrogen cyanide and other chemicals in the smoke will attack the lining of the bronchi, inflaming them, causing the chronic smoker's cough. Smokers often experience morning coughs according to smoking cessation because they smoked all night. The cilia in your bronchi, which were knocked out of action by the toxic effects of the cigarette smoke the day before, began to come to life and attempt to clear the accumulation mucus of the air passage. This cleansing action brings up thick yellow or yellow-green mucus, which triggers the cough reflex in the back of your throat. When the bronchi are weakened, you are more likely to get bronchial infections and a wide variety of bacteria and viruses. They will put you at risk for more colds, flu, bronchi, and other respiratory infections. According to smoking sensations, if you do come down with an infection, your body will be less able to fight it because smoking impairs the ability of white blood cells to resist invading organisms. Farther down inside your lungs, the smoke weakens the free roving scavenger cells that remove foreign particles from the air sacs of the lungs. Many of the compounds you inhale are deposited as a layer of sticky tar in the lining of your throat and bronchi and delicate air sacs of your lungs. A pack a day, smokers pour about 8 ounces of an entire cup of tar into his or her lungs each year. From the very first puff, the smoker begins to chip away at the lung's natural defense and continued exposure can completely paralyze the lung natural cleaning process. And then you see, this is a natural one, but there's spots on it from like carbon, just people smoking around them, and then that's a smoker's lung, the cancer's at the top of it, but the black is from the tar from the cigarettes. And then there's just another, it's a diseased lung, and then makes your heart large, and that's a regular one. Next, we have the heart. The heart is the most important muscle in the body because it pumps body and circulates oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. Every time a person smokes, his or her heart rate increases temporarily due to the smoking that contains a mixture of carbon monoxide and nicotine. According to smoke sensation, from the moment smoke reaches your lungs, your heart is forced to work harder. Your pulse quickens, forcing your heart to beat an extra 10 to 25 times per minute, as many as 3,600 additional times per day. Because of the irritating effect of nicotine and other compounds of the tobacco smoke, your heartbeat is more likely to be irregular. This can contribute to cardiac arrhythmia and many other serious coronary conditions such as heart attacks. A recent Surgeon General reported estimated that 170,000 heart attacks each year are caused by smoking. Smoking reduces people's tolerance to exercise, which makes their heart weak, so it indirectly affects the heart. Smoking increases the level of fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia is a protein that causes the blood to clot, so the tendency for the blood to clot increases due to smoking. Okay. Now let's go to the, here's the pictures of, you can see like the heart that's clotted. And this is what it does to your heart as well when you smoke. Okay, now let's talk about the organs. Smoking causes diseases in nearly every organ of the body. According to Comprehensive Report on Smoking and Health from the Health Department of Human Services, the digestive system is also affected by smoking. The tar of smoke can prompt cancer of the esophagus and throat. Smoking causes increased cancer acid secretion, leading to heartburn and ulcers. Smokers have higher rates of deadly pancreas. Many of the cyanogens from cigarettes are excreted in the urine, where their pretense can cause bladder cancer, which is often fatal. The facts and results from smoking are overwhelming. According to Cancer Research UK, half of smokers eventually die from cancer and other smoking-related issues, and a quarter of smokers who die in middle age is between 35 and 69. According to WHO, smoking is responsible for approximately 5 million deaths worldwide each year. Lung cancer risk increase roughly 50 to 100% each cigarette you smoke per day. Smoking cessation says heart diseases risk increase roughly 100% for each pack of cigarettes you smoke per day. Switching to filter cigarettes reduces of lung cancer roughly 20%, but does not affect the risk of diseases. Many people do not realize this, but most of the smoke from the burning cigarette and other tobacco products, it does not get sucked down into the lungs. The smoker's lung, it escapes into the airway where it can be inhaled by someone who's unfortunate enough to be nearby, which is called secondhand smoke or mainstream smoke. When the smoker breathes in the smoke, it's called side stream. When the secondhand smoke occurs, you're inhaling almost the same amount of chemicals as the smoker breathes in. According to WebMD, these are just a few chemicals that float into your lungs while you're exposed to secondhand smoke. Hydrogen cyanide is a highly poisonous gas used in chemical weapons and pest control. Benzene, a component in gasoline. Formaldehyde, a chemical used in bomb bodies. And carbon monoxide, a poisonous gas found in a car. Okay, and these are just some statistics from WebMD. 126 million non-smokers are exposed to secondhand smoke at home. Secondhand smoke exposure causes nearly 50,000 deaths in adults each year in the U.S. Non-smokers increase the risk of developing lung cancer 20 to 30%. About 30,000 deaths from lung disease in smokers each year are caused by secondhand smoke, and an estimate 46,000 known smokers who live with smokers die each year. Today I've talked about secondhand smoke and why everyone should quit. As I've given you the statistics and the reasons why everyone should care about everybody around and everybody else's body. And there's no safe level whatsoever to secondhand smoke for anybody that's around whatsoever.